Hey, everybody. This is our 50th event. This is the 17th annual. We have 3 events a year. If you multiply 17 by 3, you get 51, and this is the second one of this year. Hey, Avinash. And so this is actually our 50th event. And so in 2003, we were lamenting the lack of some building activity, and we noticed that robot building coincided with contests that we had. In particular, we had a maze busting contest and a line following contest. And but these things involved setup, and there was like winners and losers, and somebody was always unhappy. And we knew that we had like dozens of little robots all in the club, but we wanted to find something that you wouldn't actually have to go through any hassle and set something up, or these artifacts and things. And so we met at a library at the time, the Castro Middle School, and there were tables all around. And what we wanted to do was play tabletop soccer, okay? And this is non-trivial. So we decided how to get there would be in stages. And so we came up with this idea of but if you had soccer, it's like the robots would fall off, and so we thought about putting nets under there, but that would be set up, and so, forget that. That's when the TableBot was born, okay? A TableBot is a robot that survives, lives, and plays on the table, or pays the price. Okay, so we started doing this in June. Now, there's no specification on the table, the box. I've seen some awful big shoe boxes. On the robot, you just bring the robot you've got and adapt it to the show. This is not a contest. It's all about the show. And so phase 1 we did in June. We decided to break it up and do it in the months of June, August, and October. And so this is the 17th time. This is our 17th year. And we do this in phases. Phase 1, TableBot, is a robot that can go from one end of the table to the other and back. A phase 2 robot is a robot that pushes a block off the edge. And a phase 3 would be a robot that moves the block into a shoebox mounted at the end of the table. Now, after doing this 2 years, we opened it up and just started calling it the HBRC challenge. Now, the concept is it's still supposed to be 3-pronged, where you show up with your robot in June in some state of finished. You enunciate your phase 2 and phase 3 goals, and you check back in August and October, and we see how you do. Well, it's rarely worked out that way. Everybody's still building their robots even as they come through the doors here. So, but the point is, without a deadline, nothing happens. And so you really need this deadline to force you to create. And there's a lot of robots you'll see this evening that are a function of some work that was put in that without this event wouldn't have happened. So, without any further ado, let's do our first event, and that would be the TableBot challenge. First off, let me get a show of hands. Who brought a robot this evening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anybody bring more than one? Ah, there we go, Dee Dee. Okay, so yeah, there we go, Mark. Okay, so it's a little shallow, but that's okay. The August meeting is always kind of hard to get going. The June meeting takes care of itself with the potluck dinner and all that kind of stuff. And then October, I think people are back in the swing of things, and maybe you get some Halloween animatronics or something like that. But folks, we're a builders club. Functioning robots are our stock in trade, but works in progress are good for partial credit. To start off with, I'm going to show my TableBot, which is I call Club Bug. It's something we built, it must be 8 years ago now, but regardless, he's a little wonky, but regardless, we're going to show him off. He's going to do phase 1, which is simply go from one end of the table to the other and back. Uh-oh, that's not good. Hang on a sec, let me push on it some. Hang on. There we go. Thank you.
All right.
This is not good. I'm going to try one more time here. We do have a phase 4. Phase 4 is when the robot falls off the table if it still runs. you can actually pass phase 4 before getting to phase 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to try this one more time. Who else,
phase floor.
who else has a table bot? Mark, thank you very much. It's not luck. Oh, that's a little bit of luck. I've got a phase 1.5 in here, where when he detects an obstacle with the ultrasonic, he'll stop and think about it. So I'll put that in just for, yeah, this is not a contest. This is just for entertainment, folks. This is the entertainment. Da, 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 da. Look at that.
Is that purposeful?
Okay, so when I put something out there, he'll stop. Oh, look at him.
Hey, push that table.
Phase 2, I'll take it. All right. That's it. Thank you very much.
This is FiddlerBot. However, because it's just about 100% been retooled, it now uses a Raspberry Pi 3, and it was originally a BeagleBone Black. And it uses a Raspicam camera for the Raspberry Pi. It uses the Ubiquity Robotics image.
Ubiquity Robotics.
Oh, that's a one clap. Okay, whatever.
We'll take what we can get.
Robots everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So anyway, we'll see how far this little dude makes it this time. We have some little markers, and basically he's got to going to go back and forth on the table once, and then for the second part of the thing, he's going to try to find that marker number 4. That part works pretty much all the time. And then he's going to look around for the other marker. And these are Aruku fiducials, or checker boxes, if you will. And so that's what it's looking for. And what I do here is I don't have a shoebox, so what I do, if the tape is strong enough, the rules of the game is it has to push it off the table. So what I do is I tell it, all right, go 10 centimeters from this marker once you find it. Well, since it's got a shovel in the front, it's going to push the other marker that he's got if it stays in his grip. FiddlerBot used to have a little claw that I made up that actually grabs things, and that was kind of fun too. And sometimes I switch back and forth on which configuration FiddlerBot has. I think there's going to be enough light here to pick this up. So FiddlerBot has a small OLED display here, and it tells me what it's seen or what it's not seen. I should get rid of this until after he's gone back and forth on the table once. Okay, so I'm going to fire it up. I set up I have a nice little script that has a reset button. It has the ability to do a auto start. I've now added 2 more auto start options, so it can do one of 3 configurations if I want. So what I've got it set up for is the HBRC TableTop challenge. And we can't really see the display here, but once it fires up, the display comes up and gives you a little bit of status information as it's running along, which is helpful because then I know if it's lost in space or if it knows what it's doing. So there's the, okay, now it just ran the startup script, so it'll kind of come alive here. I'm going to line it up so it gets pretty close on odometry. So now it's kind of slow. You'll have to be patient with it, but it's running with wheel encoders, and it's trying to maintain a straight line, and it does reasonably well. And that actually may be so low that it may or may not hit this thing as it tries to turn around. Of course not, didn't hit it. Okay, good job. All right. So it's going to go to the other side of the table. Then it'll turn around and try to find this first marker. It's got a camera. The camera has object detection, Aruku detection for the target. So it'll look for this marker. And let's see. Aruku detection. Oh yeah. So everything's ROS-based. It has different nodes that do different jobs. And so now I'm going to rattle off to you here what it sees. So, so far it's just loaded up a set of goals. The way this robot works is, I loaded up with a bunch of little goals that are all these structures. And so from now on it's following things like find that object, go to it amongst about this many centimeters away. And so that'll catch it in its little thing. Oh, I got to put this up. So far it's doing pretty well. It's found that object. Now it's going to look for the other guy. And, okay, I'm not seeing number 2, so where is my little light that I brought up here? What happened here is it may not have actually seen it. Good, it just saw it. So on the display it says now it's seen number 2. And now it's turning towards number 2. And, oh no, it actually missed number 2. And so now it's doing a broader search. But it's doing a broader search in that direction. So it may potentially see it. If it doesn't see it, I'm going to cheat and poke it along in the right direction.
It's not a contest, it's a show.
All right, so unfortunately I'm going to have to give it some help here because it did not see it. I can tell on the display that if it doesn't find that second marker, I'm not sure if it's getting a... Oh, there's a little bit of... No, it found it. Okay. So we're okay. So now it's going to go towards that thing. And I cheated, so I guess I don't win. But I do have a video on mark-toys.com. Nothing commercial. It's all just stuff. I have a ton of cool little projects and everything that you can look at. Fiddlerbot is there. Yay! And there you have it. If the lighting would have been good, it would have been able to see it that first time, but sadly, it was not good enough on the lighting. Then I have this little monitor I mentioned, which is really cool, and all this, I give all this software away, so it's out there for folks. You hold it a short period of time, it'll do a reset. You hold it a longer time, it'll do a full stop, a halt, a clean halt, so you can then reset the thing or turn off the power or whatever. So I'm shutting it down right now. And it is now down. Anyway, if you do go to mark-toys.com, you'll see a video of this thing on the Fiddlerbot page. It's an easy site to navigate. You just look for a picture that looks cool, and then click on it, and boom, you're right there on that project. So it's not a complicated go through 18 menu type thing. Thank you very much.
Ralph Hips, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Ralph. Test 1, 2. This is, most of you know this is Bile, the Justicon bot. We're going to try TableTop level 1, see what happens, which is just down and back. He's done it before. Theoretically, he'll do it again.
We're witnesses. We saw
Yeah. I got 2 gold stars. So he maybe can see he's panning his little doodad. He's looking for the goal. Won't find it, so he knows it's level 1. Okay, great.
Is that a pixie? Pixie cam?
Yeah, there's a pixie cam on the front, and that's for level 2 and 3.
Yeah.
The side-to-side motion scanning the LiDAR doodad thing is how I stay on the table. There we go. Okay, level 1. Yay. Now, level 2. You have to find an object and push it off the table. So,
Wait, I think level 3 is push it off the table.
That's level 2. Level 2.
yeah,
Level
Two.
3 is moving into the shoebox.
yeah. I have something about that too, but I'll save that for level 3. Okay, hang on. So level 2, push the object off the table. And I like to turn around and come back when I'm done with that, assuming he does it. But I guess that's technically not part of the challenge. You just have to push it off and then you're
Style
done.
points.
You get style points for that. So he's looking for the goal. Again, he hasn't found it. The green light comes on, which means he's found the... No, that green light doesn't mean that. Oh, he missed the block entirely. Well, it's the lighting in here.
I blame the lighting.
I blame the lighting. Yes, exactly. We can see him do level 1 again. That's the thing about the Pixie Cam, lighting. It's always a challenge. The other thing I found with the Pixie Cam was the field of view's a little on the narrow side, so I have to be careful about not putting the block like, way over here, where, it's kind of out of the way.
Doing a color blob detection?
Yeah, Pixie Cam does color blob detection, and with lighting, the color moves around a little bit and stuff, so, yeah, we run into that problem. So, we'll see what happens. Give him another try here, just for giggles. Ah, voila, as they say. So there's a blue LED here, I don't know if you can see it, that means he's found the block. Blue is B for block.
Danny suggested if you want to try that.
Oh, well, I think I'm good.
Okay, fine.
Oh, I thought he found it. Maybe not.
Just missed it.
It's the shady yellow, I guess. Oh, there we go. Almost had level 4. All right, well, let's give him one more try, see what happens. Huh? Use the light? I may end up doing that. Get a little closer, maybe. See what happens. Phooey. Yeah, light. I'm gonna blind myself. You can see it. Well, it was just working this morning, so.
Really morning light.
Let's see if this works. I found out how to turn on the LEDs on the Pixie Cam to get a little more light, and that has been helping. Oh well, not real impressive today, huh? Maybe if I put it over here, maybe that'll work better. We'll see. Not so far. Well, yeah, what are you gonna do? We've seen him do level 1 a couple of times. Shoot, well, I don't want to waste a lot of time. I can try again if you want, but he was working earlier, but again, lighting is always a little tough with the Pixie Cam. One of the problems I run into. So.
You get 3 level 1 stickers, it looks like level 3.
Yeah, there you go. I like that idea. Let's try that. Yeah. It's funny because I've been trying to do TableTop for a couple of years now, and I have to tell you, I've developed a new respect for it. It's a lot tougher than I thought it would be. I thought, I'll just knock this TableTop thing out and I'll be done. But not so much.
What is your chassis?
Sorry?
What is your chassis or base?
This chassis is from DF Robot. It's called the Devastator tank. And, I got a really good deal. It was like on sale, and I got a discount and stuff, and I got it for like $40. Normally it's like, and if you get the one with the Metal Gear motors, it's like 80 or 90 bucks. Yeah, question?
I was wondering if on that darker cable it might work better.
Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps. I mean,
Play it where it lands.
Huh?
You play it where it lands.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why it's not picking up the cube. It's something to do with the lighting and how that affects the cube. Maybe if we dim the stage lights, maybe, or something, maybe it'll pick it up a little better, perhaps.
Did you try one? Let's just try one.
I did once, and it didn't seem to help, but we could try it again. Absolutely.
You got to be careful not to wave the light around because it might need it at the moment you're waving away from it.
Stable.
There we go. Let's try that. No? Not seeing it. Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll see you do level 1 again, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Well, that's one of the problems with the Pixie Cam, folks, and, you know, there you go. Yeah, interesting stuff. But, yep. There you go. I like the LED eyes. That's pretty cool, huh? I like the LED that. Yeah. All right, great. Well, thanks.
And I just heard about this organization 9 days ago. I bought the robot is 6 days old, and I wanted to, try competing in the challenge. So
right. It's not
we'll see how it
competition.
goes.
It's a show.
And by the way, I'm associated with Maker Nexus. I'm on the board of directors, so if anybody has any questions about it, feel free to catch me during the break. So I'll do level 1 first. See how it goes. I don't like this the bot because it has open loop on the motors. It doesn't have any encoders, so it's often been challenging getting it to be consistent on its turning. Try one more time on level 1.
Do we just get some kind of
Yeah.
time-based turn?
That was supposed to be 180-degree turn, it only did a 90-degree turn. Now we'll try level 2, and it uses the ultrasonic sensor to find the block. And it scans for basically the closest object. And it found the block, flashed a light saying that was, whenever it finds something that's the next closest thing. And it missed it. Try one more time. So it scans every 5 degrees between 40 and 140 degrees. I originally had it at 10 and would detect blocks close but not far away. And it did not find the block. Okay. Yeah, it didn't see it. It thinks that that wall is the closest thing, so it's heading for the wall. All right. Last one. We'll do one more last one.
Block a little bit higher, taller.
Right, so I did find it.
So Ralph was generously loaned this block.
All right.
Made into
Give it a try. There you go. It didn't find my hand either.
Well, you didn't have your hand there very well.
Hey, there you go.
I originally programmed it using a tissue box, but it would only find it 50% of the time. So when I moved to the acrylic, it seemed to do it more often. All right, it did find it. All right. We'll do better in October.